Scott. NBA basketball in store from New Orleans, Louisiana, the home of the Pelicans, right here on 2K Sports.
Here we go.
With Brett Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. Well, it was the New Orleans Pelicans in their last game losing to the Golden State Warriors. A three ball, and it's Halliburton missing. And Frank, we know the Pacers have to improve defensively, but where do they start?
Candidly, Kevin, I feel like they're too soft. Giving up offensive rebounds, cheap fouls, they've got to be tougher mentally and physically, especially on the interior.
Indiana's shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. Greg, in January 2024, Pascal Siakam was traded out of Toronto.
And he came into the league an older player from a mid-major school. The Raptors did a lot to help Siakam, turning him into an all-NBA caliber player.
And Halliburton's got the ball here for the Indiana Pacers. Siakam. And the rebound goes to Nash. Here's Williamson. And it's sent back by Turner. And it's the Pacers' ball. Halliburton feeling it out a bit. And they pick up two.
Standing 6'5", Halliburton, one of those longer, lanky guards that can get out there and use his size to disrupt.
Outside, Jones. Kicks it out to Williamson. To the inside. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot two at the free throw line. It's going to be on Miles Turner.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the
Pelicans shooting their first free throws of this week. Now the Pelicans have lost in the first round GA of the playoffs in 2 of the last 3 years.
And with how good the West is right now, they knew they couldn't stand pat. They felt the urgency to make some changes this offseason in order to take the next step.
Boy, Halliburton consistent with that shot.
Down low. Pass to Messi. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. The Pacers off to a quick start here. Picked by Gay. And a wide open look for Halliburton. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
That's feel-good moment right there. 3 of 4 so far.
Nash outside. Over to the left wing. Here's Williamson. That one misses. Good D by Siakam.
That's 0 for 4 now. Time to slow it down and maybe get the best possible shot the next time down.
There's Nash with the 3. The rebound by Turner.
Yeah, trying to get going here. That's an over for the first 5 here to start the game.
A shot by Nembhard, no good. To the paint. Back to Nash. Pass to Messi. Back to Nash. 5 on the clock. There's the screen. Fires the 3. Can't hit that one. Pacers leading by 7. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Well, Willie Green had a few moments to share with me. I asked him about the challenge of facing Miles Turner. He said this guy is a problem for our offense. Miles is an incredible shot blocker. You have to know where he is on the floor at all times. Now, we don't normally hear a coach talk about somebody's defense first, but Turner is that guy. Fellas?
Thank you, David.
And wasting no time, DeJounte Murray off the catch.
Halliburton with the bucket.
flat out taking the game over, and there's no way he's going to give it up.
And timeout called by Willie Green. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. So both teams making some changes here. First quarter of play, and just over 3.5 minutes in. Seems like every time, Greg, we see Tyrese Halliburton, he's wearing a big smile on his face.
Talk about a guy who just loves this game. Halliburton is such an enthusiastic player. And that positive attitude really infects his entire team.
Here's Turner, and McCollum with the block. Another shot. The shot by Turner, no good. Pelicans trailed by 6. Here's Murray. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Murray's got 5.
Yeah, Murray doing a great job right now in rhythm off that screen and roll and exploiting the deep.
Here's Halliburton. And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys. So that's a free basket right there.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
From downtown, the shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Yeah, you can't leave Murphy open from deep. He doubled his three-point attempts from year 1 to year 2. That's confidence.
And it's Halliburton penetrating. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on DeJounte Murray. Indiana's shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And Halliburton, the guy you just continue to see grow game by game. An exceptional talent and a great mind.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will take possession.
Substitution for the Pacers. Miles Turner.
8 seconds left here in the first quarter. The 3 from McCollum. The shot, no good. Tyrese Halliburton has been on display for the Indiana Pacers. He totaled 14 points in the quarter. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And let's quickly break down the game, guys, we have seen from Indiana. What do you think?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
I see him. Here's Alvarado. It's good. Alvarado's got his first bucket in this one. Hey, Brian, how do you like the NBA Cup?
Well, we're 1 year in, Kevin, and last year there are a few things that need to get worked out and some kinks in it, but man, it really made for some interest around the league as both player, fan, and executive. To watch a team play in that kind of competitive environment, there's always a payoff to that.
Shot's good by Walker.
The motor of Walker, keeping the possession alive, fighting for those points.
And it's McCollum in the corner. New Orleans moving it around. Here's Alvarado. Pass to Jones. Down to 5 on the shot clock. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. That shot, no good.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Mathurin, good.
Yeah, and they're shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
And Jones has it in the corner. About a minute and a half into the second quarter now. And he misses his first shot of the game. Here's Neesmith. They get it back. Outside Mathurin. Tries again. And he sinks the layup. Mathurin's got the lead up to 10 now for Indiana.
As the game has gone along, they've gotten more and more aggressive on the back.
And the basket by McCollum.
Yeah, McCollum is a real danger at the arc. He's an efficient long-range bomber.
Pass to Neesmith. Again, Indiana. And it's the Pelicans with the ball. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this. That'll be the second of 4 games at home for them. Joe Linnick. Outside, Jones. McCollum with the ball. That's in, coming off an assist from Jones. McCollum's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for the Pelicans. Lets it go with the three. Shepard, that's good. And the Pacers lead by 9.
And they're not afraid to let it fly from deep. They're looking to extend their lead with the 3-ball here in the second quarter.
And some changes here for the Pacers. You know, Greg, it's been great to see the Pelicans get to the next level these past few seasons.
It has, and they've become one of the deeper teams in the NBA over that time. It's not just about one guy. There's talent up and down that roster.
Right now, I'd send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. DeJounte Murray is not one for the fast lane. He said, I come from all that stuff, but I've been done that. I'm a homebody. I'm focusing on basketball. There's a lot going on in this world, so it's about being smart. Kevin, growing up in South Seattle, he's seen it all. Back to you.
Yeah, you know, David, he counts himself fortunate to have escaped all of that. Thank you. Siakam, that's good.
You see the mobility on the break. Siakam goes after every easy scoring opportunity he sees.
Inside, and stolen by Siakam. Puts up a deep three. Halliburton, no good.
Well, after getting off to a great start, hitting those first 2 shots, he's definitely regressed a little bit in this quarter. That kind of looks like a predictable shot, one that they want. The defense has to prevent the ball from getting into that sweet spot.
Here's Halliburton. And he banks in the layup. Halliburton's got 16.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Here's Nash. He sinks that one from the post.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Outside Turner. 6 on the shot clock. The shot's good. Turner's got his first points in this one.
Yeah, and they're starting to warm up from the field this quarter.
Nash outside. To the middle. Here's Messi. Takes it off the glass.
Second chances are a great measure of what a team is doing in terms of their effort on a nightly basis, and that was some serious effort there.
Halliburton inside the three-point. Yeah! There's the buzzer beater.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
Yeah, it's almost like he's playing with the wristwatch there. He knew the time, he executed.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Nash left side. Kicks it out to Jones. Nash with it. Williamson in the post. Can't cash in from close range.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Turner for 3. Sinks the triple. Turner's got the lead up to 14 now for Indiana.
And the uniqueness of Turner, an elite shot blocker who has deep range on that jumper.
A shot by Nembhard, no good. And Murray's got the ball here for New Orleans. Williamson in the post. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
And that is just a deflating error on his part.
Yeah, he knows he shouldn't have made it, and that's just really overall a frustrating sequence that hopefully doesn't stick with him.
Turner with the screen. Halliburton for three. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. And that's a bad miscue. And you can't give up looks like that all game long.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to foul this hole because he is just not there offensively.
So awesome to see Zion healthy and showing off that elite athleticism.
Halliburton on the wing. 18 points for him. Pelicans pull it in.
Yeah, they're going to try to search out for somebody that's got a hot hand right now. 1 of 4 to start the half.
Here's Nash. And it's sent back by Turner.
An elite rim protector and shot blocker. Turner excels at rising up and denying those shots.
Halliburton inside the three-point line. To the left wing. Siakam outside. Here's the three. Messi grabs the rebound.
Team starts the second half missing 4 of 5 shots. When does the coach possibly call a timeout and reiterate what he talked about at halftime?
And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Pacers leading by 12. Inside. And then Gay with the dunk.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
And Indiana making a change here.
Substitution.
Murray right side. Here the three-point line. It's McCollum. And again, New Orleans has no luck. No one near Shepard as he lets it go. Drills the three-pointer. Shepard's got 6 points.
Well, the first thought from the D there was to protect the rim, so good idea to take the three in transition.
Murray. Pascal Siakam grabs the miss. Here's Gay. Yes, that goes in. Gay's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
Well, we're talking about DeJounte Murray now. And Brent, what do you like most about his game?
Well, I like the tenacity that DeJounte brings to a game. I really feel like he ramps himself up for the biggest moments and wants to make the plays at the end of the game, whether that's scoring the basketball, passing the basketball, but really overriding that is defensively wanting to be disruptive. So when you get a guy that competes at that high a level, that's what makes DeJounte Murray such an intriguing two-way player. What growth from DeJounte Murray since coming into the league. Started as a role player, turned himself into an all-star.
And it's Shepard missing. Pelicans trailed by 20. Screen by Olynyk. And it's Murray penetrating. Walker with the rebound.
Yeah, can't see why he missed that one there. The D's close, but like plenty of room.
Lets it go from deep. A nice shot by Nesmith. He's got 5.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Here's Murray. And the officials will call the illegal streak right there.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Yeah, a quick little lean like that is going to get the ref's attention. Foul called.
Shepard with the ball. Now defended by McCollum. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It goes on C.J. McCollum. The Pacers have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point. Here's Alvarado. Banked in off the glass. Alvarado's got his second basket of the night.
Now, all the way to the bucket. No resistance. Just swipe the candy from it.
Out to the right wing. Here's Nesmith. They get the rebound. Takes a 3. Count it! He caught it!
That's how you do it. Stay patient, wait for the opportunity, and boom,
The Pacers, 56.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Halliburton outside. Shoots over Alvarado. Outside for Halliburton. Over Alvarado. And he stays with it. Poked away. And so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Turner. Indiana again missing. Now Murray. Pass to Messi. Williamson right side. Out to Nash. 4 on the shot clock. Pulls up on the wing. Connects. The jumper drops. Nash has got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Pelicans.
Right there.
And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Halliburton, that's good.
Halliburton piling up points. He can thank his impressive work ethic for that.
Nash with it. Gay picks him up defensively. Gay with the block. Halliburton for 3. And the 3 ball is good. Halliburton's got 5 points now in the quarter. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Pacers.
Great job by this team closing out, blocking a bunch of shots, and just a tremendous effort defensively.
Well, something else that has stood out is their up-tempo offense. I mean, these guys have been on the track all game long. They're creating high-percentage looks, getting out there on the fast break. No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed and getting out on it.
Got that one up quick. Halliburton's got 26.
Yeah, that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Pass to Williamson. And out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession. And it's the Pacers with the ball. Halliburton outside. A new 14 for Indiana. Second chance shot. From outside the arc. And he's good on the 3 ball. He's got 29 points.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
And there is a whistle. That goes on Andrew Nembhard. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Here is Nash. Halliburton with the steal.
You know what? That passing lane wasn't open for long. He closed it down in a heartbeat there to get the steal.
But he's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from 3-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
Back to Nash. And you think about rookies coming into the NBA, it seems, Brent, that veterans are a little bit easier on the rookies now than they were in the past.
I think we romanticize, Kevin, a lot of those stories that we heard from the old days about veteran players giving it to the younger players. And certainly that's going to happen, especially at the beginning of the season. But these guys have known each other for a long time, and these friendships and bonds have started from years ago. So a little bit less and less, but it's still fun to poke at the rookies, just a little bit.
Just 4 to shoot.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. You can safely say mission accomplished now for the Pacers.
And this was one that never really was a day, but an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Tyrese Halliburton.
Just does a great job of looking for space and then finding it. That's taking advantage of what the defense is giving you.
Fires the three. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Murray outside. Out to Nash. Shoots the three. Goes back up. And it's sent back by Turner. Now, here's Siakam. So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that's